Hello and welcome back to Johnnie Bennie Campus News, your go-to channel for updates on campus life and events. I'm Ben Bugby.
And I'm Tasha Gray. This week, we are excited to take a look at our time at the Minnesota United Allianz Stadium and some announcements.
We're going to start this week off with the sports. Some of our managers were out and about and were able to go to the MN UFC Women's History and Networking panel. The MN UFC hosted an all-female panel discussion to highlight some of the women that are making their club better, with representatives from a wide range of crucial departments. We will also get some other sports updates this week. Over to you, Chloe and Olivia.
Thanks, Ben and Daisha, and welcome back to Sports Roundup.
This weekend, both CSB and SJU track are competing on the road. We will also check in with CSB Golf, who has their first spring invite, and recap the results of Johnnie Tennis, who competed at Concordia last weekend.
Bennie Track and Field travels to St. Paul this Saturday, April 12th, to compete at the Bethel Invite. The team found success last weekend at the Hamlin Invitational. They won 2 titles and recorded 18 top 6 finishes. The weekend was highlighted by a win in the high jump from first-year Kira Stomes and a season-best performance from the 4x100-meter relay team. Stomes earned her first career title in the high jump, clearing 1.53 meters, which marked a personal best and the best jump by a Bennie athlete this outdoor season. The 4x100-meter relay team, made up of sophomore Grace Buntrock, first-year Anna Grease, first-year Allie Feldman, and senior Justice Florin, ran a season-best time of 50.54 seconds, taking first place.
SJU Track and Field is competing at the Minnesota State Open meet in Mankato this Saturday. They also found success at the Hamlin Invitational last weekend. They won 4 events and collected 12 top 5 finishes. Good luck this weekend.
CSB Golf plays their first of 3 tournaments this spring. They travel to Hastings, Minnesota to compete against Gustavus.
They play 6th in the MIAC Championships in the fall. The tournament will last 2 days, extending from April 12th to April 13th at Emerald Greens Golf Course. Next, unfortunately, Johnnie Tennis fell to Concordia well on the road in Moorhead. The final score was 3 for St. John's and 6 for Concordia. The Johnnies gained a 2-1 lead after doubles competition, but the Cobbers won 5 of the 6 singles matches, including 3 via the Super Breaker. Senior Cooper Anderson and Ryan Will posted an 8-5 win at number 1 doubles. SJU travels to face Gustavus for a 4 p.m. match today, and they host St. Mary's at 1 p.m. tomorrow, Saturday, April 12th in Collegeville. That's all we have for CSB and SJU sports for this week.
The Johnnie Bennie Media team had the opportunity to travel to Allianz Field on Tuesday for the Women Leading the Way event, which was focused on women leaders in the sports industry.
What a great opportunity. Let's take a look at this event. That's all from us this week, and we will see you guys next time after the Easter break.
Hi, I'm Gretchen Korf. I am an accounting major from St. Ben's, and I graduated in the class of 2000.
I'm Maddie Ulrich. I'm the Experiential Marketing and Game Presentation Manager for Minnesota United. So my job is everything that happens entertainment-wise in the building from gates open to when the game ends. And the panel that we're having today is just a way of a little community get-together of women who want to work in sports to network and kind of get some advice on the ins and outs of working in sports and kind of how to break through and, you know, the life of being a woman in sports.
I am grateful for the partnership that we, Minnesota United, have with St. Ben's. Both places are very special to me, Minnesota United as my place of work, and the amazing community events that we put on here at the stadium. And St. Ben's obviously has a special place in my heart as an alum there. But love how we can partner together to expose more people to the sport and obviously get the brand out for St. Ben's and St. John's.
Yeah, I think it's creating those moments with fans that you kind of remember them for a long time. I said during the panel that at the Lightning we honored someone in the military and his wife was pregnant, and then a season later, like a few months later, she was pregnant at the time when we honored them, and then they came and found me and they were like, here's our daughter, we want you to meet her. So kind of creating those moments and knowing that for someone's first game it was something so amazing, or I see fans here that I've done things with and I'm like, oh my god, hi, like it's so good to see you, like so happy to see you back and things like that. So really creating those memories and having those experiences with fans that just kind of bond you for a long time.
Yeah, a couple hallmark things from St. Ben's are studying abroad and really exposing me or opening up my eyes to see that there's such a big world out there. I grew up in a small town. St. Ben's is in a small community. but really exposed me to greater opportunities via study abroad opportunities and spring break trips and job opportunities, frankly. So really opened my eyes to see that there was more out there.
Yeah, so I think the biggest challenge is that working in game presentation, whether it was here or at my previous jobs, I'm normally the only woman in the room. And it really is, it kind of makes me feel really proud of myself that this is where, I got to be. And like now my grandpa, whenever they show the broadcast booth and like the truck from like live TV, and he's always like, oh my God, there's a woman in there. Like, that's going to be you one day. And I think the hard part is like, obviously like it's a male dominated field. You kind of start 5 yards behind everybody else, but I'm very lucky with my role here, even though I am the only woman on my team. Those guys make me feel so supported and they push me, and like most of the time it's genuinely not even about gender. And I know like I was hired and I was brought on here because of my experience. And I think more often than not, men really do want to see women succeed and be a part of that and be a part of that story. So I don't necessarily think it's as scary as people think it is, but no, I'm very lucky to have a really great group of guys to work with.
I think what I would share, if I could just say one piece of advice, is control what you can control and go after it. Like, don't let anybody stop you.
Thank you to the MNUFC staff for a great experience and a great event. As always, good luck to all of our CSB SJU athletes competing this weekend and next week. Keep up the good work. Now we are going to look at some announcements for this weekend and the upcoming week.
Saturday, April 12th is a Strides for Care 5K at the Outdoor Athletic Complex at 10 a.m. It is $20 to sign up, and proceeds go to the Quiet Oak Hospice House and Respite Care. This event is put on by the CSB SJU Nursing Club. Thanks for putting on this great event, and we look forward to seeing you there.
There is another opportunity to see the work of 2025 senior art majors in the CU One Last Time Senior Art Thesis exhibition. The exhibition is on display at the Alice R. Rogers and Target Galleries in the St. John's Art Center at SJU from March 29th through May 10th, 2025. The gallery hours are Tuesday through Saturday, 2 p.m. to 8 p.m.
On Monday, April 14th, there will be a Latino Latin American Studies event, the National Puerto Rican Day Parade, Fashion, Identity, and Decolonization on La Quinta Avanta. Join for scholarship scholars Josie Blanco and Raul Vasquez as they talk about the history and meaning of fashion and identity in America's largest ethnic parade, the Puerto Rican Day Parade in New York City. Again, this is on Monday. It will be from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. in Goretzky Room 204A.
Stop by Clements Library on Wednesday, April 16th at 5 p.m. to make clay crafts with air-dry clay. Let your creativity run wild. This is from 5 to 6. Also on Wednesday, there is another session of English Corner. Join International Student Services for English Corner every Wednesday from 5 to 6 p.m. at the Multicultural Center. Connect with other students, meet the international student mentors, and boost your confidence while speaking English.
Mark your calendars on May 1st for Scholarship and Creativity Day, and make sure to register by today, April 11th. The QR code to register is in the announcements of mycsbsju.edu. We look forward to seeing all of the amazing student projects.
Thanks for tuning into this week's episode. We appreciate your viewership.
Your ongoing support is crucial, so make sure to let your friends know where they can stay up to date with the latest on Johnnie Bennie Campus News. Also, be sure to check out our Instagram at CSBSJU_JB Media for short clips of our featured segments and behind-the-scenes photos and updates. We have quite a few featured segments coming up and some positions opening in JB Media for next year. So if you're interested, make sure that you stay active on YouTube and Instagram.
And make sure to check out our LinkedIn at Johnnie Bennie Media. Join us again next week for the latest in campus updates, sports updates, noteworthy news, and upcoming events.
We hope you have a phenomenal weekend. I'm Ben Bugby.
And I'm Tasha Gray. We'll see you next time.